Hello, I'm Jason Brownell from Mold In Graphic Systems, here to talk to you about our MIG-5 technology. We have had so much great success with people converting over from our standard HTM graphics to MIG-5. Now we see everybody jumping on board with MIG-5. So we are discontinuing the HTM graphics, and it's important to understand some tips and tricks for making the transition over to the MIG-5 graphic. So there are some very important differences. Number one, you don't need to use any sort of resin tack or adhesive. There's already a pre-printed adhesive on there. Also, it does utilize a different style of burnishing pad. We have two here. One is green, one is orange. You'll definitely want to be using the green style of burnishing pad if you have any of these still left over in inventory. Also, there is a temperature window that was required with an HTM graphic, and that was 90 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit. But as you'll find out with the MIG-5 graphic, there's absolutely no temperature window to worry about. You can put these on very hot molds, you can put them on cold molds, but there are some differences in the technique for applying the graphics that I'd like to go over now. You no longer want to use any sort of circular motion when applying these labels. You want to do everything in a linear fashion. I like to start out in the center. You can start in the center and work your way out. You can do that vertically or horizontally. That doesn't make a difference, but you definitely want to use linear strokes. Let me show you how that process works. So I'm going to take the label, bend back a corner of the film so it's easy to grab a hold of. And again, there is a pre-printed adhesive already on it. It just takes a brush of a fingertip like that, and now it's in place. I'm going to start at the middle, and I'm going to work my way out to the bottom. Again, no circles. Definitely want to do everything in a linear fashion. Now I'm going to go ahead and work my way up to the top. You can see the graphic is actually transferring to the mold wall. Now, it's important too that you make sure you get the edges, okay? Those are areas that people tend to miss during their burnishing process. So again, to reiterate, you definitely want to do everything in a linear fashion. No temperature window to worry about. When you pull this carrier film off, you want to do it at a very low angle and do it relatively quickly. And as you can see, the entire label has now transferred to the surface of the mold. We also used to recommend to people that you could take advantage of the heat from the molding cycle and apply the HTM graphic the night before. You no longer have to do that. In fact, we don't recommend doing that. When you're ready to mold, apply the label, off you go. So again, this is the MIG-5 graphic as you convert from an HTM to a MIG-5. Some questions that have come up would be things like, can this work with a Teflon coated mold? Absolutely. You'll want to make sure that our team here at Mold In Graphics is aware of the particular type of Teflon that you're using. Also, this is not intended for cross-link resin. We do have a solution for cross-link resin, but these are not intended for cross-link. In addition, you can put these down onto a textured mold surface. In fact, you can go all the way up to like a 550 shot peen finish and still have successful transfer and a nice looking part. So I want to reiterate that there's no temperature window to worry about, no need to use any sort of adhesives. It's already printed on there. Make sure that you do everything in a linear fashion. No more circles. That's going to help you with applying the MIG-5 graphic. Now, we do have a team here on board that is ready to assist you. Just give us a call. Send us over an email. We'll be happy to support you. So thank you for seeing the difference between the HTM graphic and the MIG-5 graphic.